Let us see the algorithm for the evaluation of the prefix expression. So now here I have a prefix expression character array. So for each of the character read from the right end of the prefix expression, you have to do the following steps. So you are reading the prefix expression from right to left. So if the operand is encountered, that means if your read character is an operand, it means it's a number or a variable, then push it onto the stack. Else, if it is not an operand, then if an operator is encountered, then pop the top two stack elements. That is, suppose the top of the stack you put it onto A, and next to the top of the stack you put it onto B. Then your result would be A operator P. And now this result you have to push it onto the stack. So this has to be repeated until you come to the beginning of the character array, which is your prefix expression. So once you come to the beginning, then return the stack top element as the result. This is our algorithm. So now let us see the code for implementing this algorithm. Coming to the code part, so first I will be including the required header file. So stdio.h, because I will be making use of some input output statements like printf, scanf statements, stdlib because I will be making use of exit statement, and character handling function because of which ctype.h, and math function, that is your power function, I will be making use. And this power function, it works on the floating point data, so I will be considering the data of the stack as a floating point data. Then I'll be making use of some string handling function. So I'll be including the string.h, and I'll be defining the size as a constant with the value 20. Now structure stack, it has an integer top and floating point data which is of 20 size. So you have an array of a floating point data of 20 size. Now type def structure stack as a capital stack. Now the same push and pop operations as in your previous program. And next I have to write the operate function. So this operate function, it takes two arguments, what is operand 1 and operand 2, and the symbol. So this symbol will be in a character form. So now this results the floating point, it returns the floating point result. So if your symbol is a plus operator, because it's a character, I have to include in a single quote. In case single quote plus, I have to perform the operand 1 plus operand 2, that has to be written. If it is minus operand 1 minus operand 2 operand, if it is a star operand 1 star operand 2, and if it is a slash operand 1 divided by operand 2, and if it is caret, that is your exponentiation power, that is your power function of operand 1 to operand 2, so that it computes operand 1 rise to operand 2. So this is your operate function, which takes the two operands and the operator and returns the floating point result. Now the evaluation function, it takes the stack pointer and the prefix array as the input and returns the floating point result. So here I have declared the integer I and the character symbol and the floating point variables result and operand 1 and operand 2. So now here I have to read from the back of the prefix array. So I have to find out the length of this prefix array, and minus 1 I have to do it, because minus 1, because at the end I have the null character. So before that I have to start this index I. So I is equal to strlen, which gives the length of this prefix array, to which minus 1 to get to the last character, that is excluding your null character. Now I have to perform this loop until I come to the beginning of the array, which is tested by I greater than or equal to 0. And because I am coming from right to left, it has to be I index has to be decremented each time. So this is your for loop. Now for I equal to the last character, first time the I will be pointing to the last character, and I am extracting the last character into the symbol variable, which is a character variable, which by using symbol is equal to prefix of I. Now this symbol I have to compare. If this symbol is a digit, that is if is digit of symbol, if it is a digit, I have to push that symbol onto the stack. Now this symbol is a character, so now this character I have to convert it into digit by making use of symbol minus ASCII value of 0. So if you do this, then the character data, if it is 1, then inside a single quote, that is a character 1, that will be gets converted into digit 1. So now if it is digit symbol, then I am pushing yes with the symbol minus ASCII value of 0. Otherwise, if it is not a digit, then I have to pop the top two elements. First one I store it in the operand 1 by pop of yes, and second pop I will be storing into the operand 2, and the result will be operand 1, operand 2, and the symbol which calls your operate function. So based on that, we'll be computing the result and will be written by this operate function, and that will be stored in the result variable. So now this result has to be pushed into the stack by using push s comma result. This has to be done until I come to the beginning of the prefix array. So once I come to the beginning of the array, then at the end I have one element of at the top of the stack which will be your result, so that I'll be popping and returning. This is your function which is your evaluation of the prefix expression. So inside the main, I will be declaring a prefix array, character prefix array, then the stack yes, and the float answer, and I have to initialize the top of the stack to 1 minus 1 by s dot top is equal to minus 1, and I will be reading the prefix by the prefix expression by scanf percentages prefix, and I will be calling evaluate function by passing the address of the stack and the prefix expression array. So I will be storing the result into the answer, and I will be returning the final answer. I will be printing it by using printf, the percentage of answer. So now let us run this with some example. Now suppose my expression, the prefix expression is minus plus 2 star 3 4 slash 1 slash 8 caret 2 3. Then the answer is 13. So if you go and verify this evaluation, the answer is 13. So this is how your evaluation of the prefix expression will takes place. Thank you.